welcome back to Horror Paradise. It has been a little bit since I've been on the farm here making content for you guys, and I'm getting back to it. And today I'm going to see if I can free up the motor in that 1984 to 86 Dodge Caravan. See if the motor's good, salvageable for the quote-unquote budget demolition derby car that's going to be the old 90s Dodge Shadow. So I'm hoping I can free up this motor because my Uncle Joe wants to spend as little as possible on the budget derby car. So hopefully this motor works out for it. But with the introduction out of the way, let's get to work. So taking a little look-see at the van here, it is of course, I believe, 84 to 86 as the styling for the old Chrysler vans. It's got, this one is apparently a one-piece grill, and the actual 84 that's up in my uncle's yard, it apparently has a two-piece grill. Not sure, so this is probably a later model van. As you guys know, classic Chrysler hood ornament is actually metal. And this van only has two wheels on each side. There's only two on this side. This is the side where the transmission bolts up to the side. This is front wheel drive, and honestly, it's not too bad of a van. I could think using this in the demo derby, but honestly, out of all the other vans, I think this is kind of the shittiest between the blue one that's way up there, which is the Voyager, and the silver one that's up there too is the other two vans. As you guys can see, this is the other side, which missing wheel on both sides, and this is known as one of our parts vans. So honestly, I can see nothing going wrong with this being one of our good old parts vans. I've got to pop the hood, and if you guys don't know where the hood lever is on this one, it took me a bit to find it. But when you open the door, it's the little guy is right down there. Just pop that. I didn't know that. That's very sneaky of Dodge to put it down here. I was looking way up here, looking at the brake release, and oh, it's down here. So now you know if you guys ever decide to own the 80s Dodge Caravans, because they are in like really good vans. My family's had them for years, and it's time to dive underneath the power barn, as it's called, from Vice Grip Garage. By the way, shout out to Vice Grip Garage. Great channel, love watching it. Learned most of my tips from Vice Grip Garage and a lot of other channels. So your actual hood latch is inside the van, with the actual latch to lift up the hood on the outside is right next to the Chrysler hood ornament right here. Now, if I step to the side here, you'll notice there is, well, no springs and stuff holding up the hood. That's because they decided to start phasing that out in the early 80s for the vans and stuff. That's why they developed this little guy here to pretty much keep your hood up, and I think it's probably supposed to have one on that side too, but I think it disappeared. I don't know. Honestly, I think the hood's just slightly dangerous to have up like this, but I think it's going to be fine for what I'm going to attempt here with this motor. So the motor here itself is a Chrysler 2.2 liter 4-cylinder. The other one was the 2.5, which is slightly bigger cubic inch, and this one happens to be carbureted. Now, this motor is hopefully going in the derby car if I can free it up and find where the actual crank bolt is or whatever for this one. And oh, it's got an alternator, and that's good. Now, the transmission is on this side. Now, there is a battery, and that's probably cooked. But honestly, it's actually a very complete motor. I believe the carburetor is behind this guy here. If I'm wrong, then that's fine. I try to do as much research as I can before making the episodes on these type of motors or any vehicle I show off on the channel, because it gives me some sort of knowledge on what to do with these motors. But just looking at it, it needs cleaned up, obviously, and not bad. I would like maybe to get the valve cover off one of these days if I ever pull out this motor with Uncle Joe, just to go through it all and make sure, like, just clean it up a bit. And then I think way down here, not sure if that's the crank bolt. No, it'd be way farther down. Oh, yep, it's way down there. And I think I can get the breaker bar down in there and work it at the motor, try to get a hopefully somewhat of a full rotation on this motor. But anywho, enough yapping, let's get to work. Alright, so I'm working on trying to see if I can free up this motor, which honestly I'm not too sure if it's working. Tried it a little bit off camera, and honestly it might be working. Keyword, might be. Okay, that's great. Okay. Oh, okay. That might have been working. Oof. Okay, I'm good. Alright. Alright. Come on. Don't have all day. Actually, maybe I do. Okay. What is going on here? Come on. Okay. I am not sure at this point. Honestly, I'm not sure what I can determine right now, if this is actually good or bad. So honestly, this is just a big pain in the ass. So I guess the verdict is, well, it's undetermined. So goodness gracious. Oh, it is hot out today. It was a little colder out yesterday, but I think that's gonna possibly wrap it. I mean, let's give it one more try and see. Okay, oh, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what to determine here today. Well, I'm not really sure what to determine because, honestly, this thing was a real pain in the ass. Honestly, the best probable thing to actually do is actually take this motor out, take it apart, and that's probably going to be the best way to determine if it's good or bad. I did my best with trying to use the breaker bar and to get at that, and it seems like it might be seized, but honestly that might not stop me and Uncle Joe from ripping out the motor, disassembling it, and then reassembling it back together and see if that does anything for it. You guys, enjoyed this episode, and thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.